Show me where. There we go. Huh? It just showed live, but now it's not showing live. There we go. Oh shit. Emil Nakas, dude, that's fucking funny you say that because I had this guy I worked with that called me all the time. I'm Andy Milanakis and I just don't rock this. I like his rap that at the end of the movie Waiting. It's funny. It's hilarious. There's actually this kid that I watch fishing more. He looks just like Andy Milanakis when he puts his glasses on, like the same glasses. Yeah, that's funny, dude. That's funny that you said that shit. Goddamn, Vaughn. That's why we're friends. It's funny that you literally brought that up. Tell Sia that I'm already live. Tell her I'm live. Put a little bit hot. Not a fur hat. Hey, haircut, man. Big time. How's that? Now I look more Alaskan. Even more Alaskan. I'm wearing shorts and sandals too. That's what's funny. Like literally. Let me go to. Let's see. Like this. This is fun. Yep. The Gen X is loose on YouTube Live. People watching. When am I fishing again? I don't know. Because I can't drill any holes right now because my auger's all messed up. And I don't have the adapter to use my drill. And The lakes are still frozen. Probably not safe enough to drive, but definitely safe enough to walk on. Actually, they're probably fine driving on them, but I just ain't stupid enough to right now. So nobody else is. If other people are doing it, I'll do it. Hello, TN plays TNN plays. Yeah, just a few weeks. Hopefully the ice will melt. If we can get warm enough, it'll melt fast, and then I can be fishing from the dock and from the boat and stuff. Blowtorch won't work to go through the ice because the water will, once you get a puddle of water, it'll stop melting. That's why you can have a bonfire on a lake and it won't melt through, because you create a lake underneath the fire, so then it stops. Once you get an inch of water, it basically stops the fire from melting any more ice. Hi, Bobby. Bob. Pundikalum. I can't. Pundikulam. Pundikulam. That's a long one. Thanks for trying. No problem, Bob. Bobby, Bob E. Pundikulam. Pundikulam. Probably saying it way off, but trying. Hey, what's up, Jason? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get up there and start doing some more actual long length videos of fishing and stuff like that. I got a shorts that I just started making, and I'm gonna start doing, because like I'm always doing stuff like fishing, boating, rafting, hiking. So I might as well be uh, recording it and giving you guys some cool Alaska. You can see the real Alaska, not the tourist side of it. What real Alaskans do and what we do regularly. The real Alaska experience. I've been here 20 years. You're a man? Are you, Vaughn? You sure about that? Alaskan Husky. Yeah, I'll make Jason mod for sure. Got you. Or my son must have went to bed finally. If he's still awake. So you still awake? You still up? Where the snow dogs at? I don't know. If they're around my house, they'll be out there barking. That's what they do. You go out to Willow and a little bit more remote from me, and people got sled dogs, all tons of people, and there's trails and stuff. Yeah, Saw's probably went to bed. Good boy. He's a good boy. What's the little thing that says we're right before it says we are not? What is that? The XA? What's that mean? What is that? That little symbol. I've never see that. Yeah, what's that? Oh, it's saying it's saying when I roll on it, when I scroll on it here, it says unmod Saya. That's cat. That's his other one, Dr. Pepper rapper. Hey, you're welcome, Jason. Yeah, rapper is cat. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's cat. Because when I roll over that little symbol in front of "We Are Not," it says un. That's so crazy. How do you get it so it's like a ghost? What is that? That's weird. What did How did rapper do that? I'm gonna pin it. Can you see it now? Did it show? Yeah. So when I scroll over, it all of a sudden changes. Like, what are you doing that for, man? Don't do that. There you go. Message deleted. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's cat. Yeah, Saya, how do you do that? That's what's that symbol mean? What do you do? What is that? Huh. Oh, crazy. It's like a secret message. It's like you scroll over and it says, "Oh, it means it's translating." Oh, aha, that's interesting. Yeah, the American. Why is it? Crazy. Joe. Hi, Joe. How's it going on? How's it going? I see. It's Google Translate. Okay. So that's what that little symbol means, translation. Got it. See, I'm learning. Uncle Book. Father Time. How's it going? Huh. Mm. Father Time never loses. Yeah, right? 100%. Can't can't outlive time. I wonder if these are gonna work now. Because I'm gonna mess it all up. Oh, that's crazy. Look what it does with my eyes. That's weird. What cat eyes. Oh, hey. There we go. That looks fucking crazy. Whoa. Oh, those aren't working. Ah. Try underwater. Oh, wow. Doesn't really look underwater, though. Always smiling. That's weird. Oh, putting blush on me and lipstick. I'm a reptilian. Wait, hold on. Okay. Okay, effects off. Wait, come back. No, I want it off. I don't want it on. There we go. No, that's funny. What am I eating for dinner? I don't know. I haven't even eaten really. I had some pumpkin seeds earlier. They're salty though. I don't know what to have for dinner. I gotta go somewhere to get something, I think. I could eat some sardines, I guess. Some spicy ones, but I don't have any crackers or nothing else. Put the eyes on. Which eyes should I put on? Did you like the cat ones or the spiral ones? That? Like that one? Donuts, cookies, and chocolate. Ooh. We got a Krispy Kreme in Wasilla. Reptilian Andy. It's like weird. It doesn't like when you close one of your eyes. Uses as the thumbnail. There we go. There we go. Meg? Was it? Mega Dave. What's up? Oh yeah, Michael Jackson Thriller eyes. They're weird. Surprised they don't have other ones. They got heart eyes. That. I don't see. I mean, those are hearts? Oh, okay. Otherwise, I just look like demonic. Look like I'm like red-eyed Jedi. Like you gotta have that thing real close to for it to really like zoomed in. Can I zoom? I don't think I can zoom. Can I? Put all these buttons down here. Playables. Showing like a villain. Oh yeah, the guy from with the crazy eyes. That's definitely like it's spiraling. Oh, there we go. There we go. How's that, guys? Is that better? Oonts, 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 oonts. Zatu was timed out. You got evicted early. You guys are trolling people. Who were there? Was that Cat? My mods are going crazy. Oh, you don't have that many on yours? Oh, that's. I wonder why. You troll the trolls. All right, there you go. Oh yeah, am I liable? Okay. Do you have epilepsy? Oh, okay. This is fun. I'm just playing around. I could do rosy cheeks. I've seen that on people on live streams. I always smile. Fixes my Bell's palsy on the one side, so now it's all straight. I look like the Joker or something. And my mouth never closes. I got my lips closed, but the smile, the teeth always show. That's freaking weird. Retro. Okay. Scary doll face. Well, no, that is scary. Okay. Cartoon. That's the cartoon face. Doesn't look like. Does it look like a cartoon kind of? I guess. I don't know. Ooh, there you go. Duck face. There we go. Reminds me of that Beastie Boys video. So what you want? Can you unban me? I can see you. So, where you hiding? There we go. I like this one. It was bright. This is catchy. This will totally catch people's attention when you're doom scrolling through lives. People are like, what the heck? Yep, good old Beastie Boys. I said, where'd you get your information from, son? You think that I could join a revelation? Cause there, there. That's a good song. That's a good one. Yeah, you gotta fight for your right to party, Dave. Even as adults. Sing us a song. No, come on, don't. Can't sing a song. I do karaoke sometimes, but I gotta be in that zone, like the zone right before too many beers, but after you've had enough, you know what I mean? There's like that zone where you can kick ass in pool and you can do awesome in darts and you can get up and sing karaoke awesomely. But I'm not at that point right now. And I got 6 people watching. Oh, that's not too bad. Why is your phone wet? Ew, brother. Ew. Brother. What's that? Let's get a hog review. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Where's my mods? What's going on here? Oh, Paul Revere. I know Paul Revere. I used to sing that at karaoke a lot, actually. Here's a little story I got to tell about 3 bad brothers you know so well. Started way back in history with Ad Rock, MCA, and me, Mike T. Then had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my horsey and a quart of beer. Riding across the land, kicking up sand. When you did crystal meth, you could do karaoke for 3 days straight without sleeping. You could do a lot of things for 3 days straight, Tony, on meth. Shit. Be out there running from the shadows and shit. The bush narcs. This one might crack. Tony told you about a hog reveal? Yeah, sizzle meats. Nope. No hog reveal today, buddy. Pencil monsters? Yeah, they're a couple little wankers. Yeah. One lonely beastie I be, all by myself without nobody. The sun was beating down on my baseball cap. My beer was getting flat. Something, I can't remember the rest. And what do we have here? An outlaw and his beer. I run the sand misunderstanding, make myself clear. I'm missing gaps. Gaps of the lyrics. I can't remember. Do I think I'm a funny guy? No. Do you think you're a tough guy? Creed, tough guy. I'm not trying. I don't give a shit what any of you guys think, dude. If I'm funny or not, I don't really care. Like, fuck, dude. Who the hell are you? Sure am, buddy. Oh yeah, you're gonna come and kick my ass through the internet, dude? Come on, bro. Like, come on, seriously? God, mommy and daddy didn't give you enough attention as a child or something? I don't know. I'm sorry about that. Maybe find Jesus or something. You have a good night too, Sizzle Meats. Keep the meat sizzling, bro. I look like Tony Robbins. You look like Tony Robbins. Me? No, I don't look like Tony Robbins. What's a typical day for Andy like? I don't have typical days. Every day is different, man. Every day is a different day. It's a lot of weather dependent. Like especially if I'm gonna go do something outside, or if I have stuff planned for outside, because weather sucks here. And when you get a nice day, you gotta pivot a lot. Where's your blue diaper? I don't know. Where's your blue diaper, cat? What thing? I don't know what a blue diaper is. Hey, cat, why don't you Google what a blue waffle is? Google blue waffle, cat, and then come back to me and tell me what happens. Oh, he wants it's a mod diaper. You mean the little symbol for mod? Cat, cat, you don't know how to control yourself, buddy. If I gave you that kind of power, I think it would go to your head, man. Gotta relax. You get too worked up. I've done a little bit of panning, but I'm not really too into it. But I don't know. I probably just need to go with someone that knows what they're doing. I'm probably whipping, tossing the gold out of the pan, not even realizing it. I'm not really, I don't know how to do all that stuff. When my brother lived up here, he had this thing that like spun around, and it would catch. It had little ripple things on it that would, and water would run through it, and it would catch the gold down in this little cup in the bottom. But like, even when you get a tiny bit of gold, it's like, you know, tiny little bit in a little vial. Like you got to move a lot of dirt to find good gold, or find a mine where they were almost to the gold, didn't quite hit it, and now that's had 50 to 100 years of like washout come through it. Then it'll expose some of that, so you get lucky that way. But I don't know how much a beaver pelt is worth up here. But they have what's called the fur rondi. It's the fur rendezvous. So there's a lot of pelt selling and all that because all the people that do trapping and stuff like that. A lot of people run trap lines. But no, that's I haven't really done a lot of stuff. It's just stuff I'd like to do sometime, But mostly I do a lot of fishing and hiking and boating and stuff. So right now a little bit of hunting. I like to do more hunting, but um, mostly take my kid out. We're gonna go do some bird hunting, some rabbit hunting. Yeah, the Ferrandi, it happens the week before Iditarod. So the week of like the Iditarod, so you have 2 weekends for the Iditarod. You have the ceremonial start and then the real start. Um, the week before is called the Ferrandi. So it's Ferrandi. It's basically like a 2 week festival that goes on um, during Iditarod. So like last week of February, first week of March, kind of right around there usually. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have a friend, she does ice carvings over there. I was supposed to go help her this year, but she never got back to me about helping because she actually got sponsored to do a second carving, and she's always spread thin anyways. So she was like, I got two carvings to do. And yeah, she never got back to me though. I thought that would have been fun to go help carve some ice. I can go to sign up next year and carve some ice. I just don't really know how to. So that's why it'd be fun to do it with someone that does. Sorry, Tony. Uh, well, I don't think you're gonna find what you're looking for here, buddy. I like women, not into the dudes, but Cat likes the guys. Maybe you and Cat could get acquainted. I'm not against it. I don't care what people do. I don't give a shit. But Cat's definitely into dudes. I know that. He'd totally hang out with you. Maybe you guys could be best buddies. Should exchange phone numbers. You and Tony, Cat. Yeah, there's a lot of totem poles down in Southeast. My friend Karen that I've mentioned before. I don't know if I mentioned them. I know having the mods. The mods know who Karen is, but she's Klingit. So she's Filipino and Klingit and some other stuff, but mainly Klingit. And so she's from Southeast, from like Ketchikan, Juneau area. That's where she's from, and that's where there's a lot of those type of totem poles that people see. And Prince of Wales Island, I think, has a lot. Yeah, Cat is like Borat for sure. You did snow sculpting, Father Time? Awesome. So, like snow sculpting, like carving snow, like you pile up a bunch of snow and then make something out of that. There was a guy in Anchorage that would do a giant statue of something every year, like 15, 20 feet tall, in front of his house. And then the city tried to fine him, but then he fought back and won. So he was allowed to, because they were trying to say it was a nuisance because people would come down the street to go watch it and check it out. State champ? What state? Father Time are you in again? Yeah, it costs a lot, Mega Dave, to have someone carve you a totem pole because it takes them a long time to do it. It's like a giant log hand carved, and so and then they from what I've seen, they have like what do they call a longhouse? It's like a big house that the Klingits would live in and everything, and or be like their main central place that they all shared. And they would have one of those that's where they would have their log underneath that and carve it and stuff. Change that. Let's do other kind of. I wish I had more background. I don't like that either. Wish I had more background ones. Blue retro. It's all right. It's not too bad. I like the color one though. That's so fun. Huh. They give you a 5x5 block in 3 days. That's kind of similar to what they do for the ice carving. I'm not exactly how many feet they are, but yeah, they basically give you. I feel like it's about similar, but it's a block of ice. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. Father Town, where you, I can't remember you. I know. I feel like I know you told me where you're from before. Cat is out of control. He's number one over there. Just posting. If he can type that much and comment that much, imagine how much he can talk. Hapneys, not been rude face. Yeah, I don't know if I have a rude face. Oh, McCall, Idaho, nice. So I have family in Sun Valley. And then one of my friends from Alaska just moved down there, um, down to where did they say it was? I can't remember. South of Twin Falls or something, maybe. Not 100% sure where he moved to, but yeah, I have family in Sun Valley, Idaho. If you've ever been to Sun Valley, my uncle used to own Sturtevants, so it's like a ski shop that's right downtown Sun Valley. It's like the one that looks like the little Swiss A-frame. He used to own that and sold it, and then Sturtos and Haley is my uh, I guess it would be uncle-in-law, or how would that work? It's my uncle's brother. So, but my uncle's married into the family, so it's his brother who owns Sturtos now, who's running it or whatever. So, and that's a snowboard shop that's in ski snowboard shop that's in I think it's Haley, either Haley or Bellevue. Pretty sure it's Haley. I've been as far as Stanley, Red Lake, Redfish Lake, up in that area towards the Salmon River, and then I've also been up in the Panhandle of Idaho. Um, Actually gave a car away. We had a car breakdown in Kellogg when we were teenagers driving to Minnesota, me and my brothers. And we were stranded in Kellogg, and my parents drove up a second vehicle for us to take. Their Cadillac, actually. Is Sturtevant still open? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's just ran by other people. I think that I think they kept the name and everything the same because it's been like a staple in Sun Valleys for. Because my uncle bought it from another person, so and he owned it in the '80s, '90s, and 2000s, and then he retired. I think maybe 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something. It timed out. And Jason, he's like, I've had enough of this shit. Rolando Sahid. It's funny. My brother-in-law's name was Rolando. Yeah, I'm in Alaska, USO, Vinny. I'm in Alaska right now, in my garage. He's buried in Anchorage. Is he buried at the cemetery that's right on Fifth Avenue, Sixth Avenue, right there? Okay, yeah, that's the one that's right next to the right downtown there. Oh, you get a shuttle rafts cars for rafters, Salmon River. That sounds like a cool job. I used to have two rafts actually. I had a 12-foot. Uh, what was it called? A Campmore or Camp? What's the name of that brand? I had two of them. They were old school rafts, but they were good rafts. But I had a 12-foot and a 14-footer, and I still have my frame and my oars and everything. I just need to buy a new raft. But I used to float the Kenai Canyon and stuff with it down to Ski Lake. It's the only part of the Kenai that isn't like full of tourists and locals and everybody trying to get all the fish. So it's like a nice little. I don't know how many miles the canyon is. I want to say it's maybe 20 miles, but it's fun. Oh, USO is one of your mods? Oh, no way. I don't feel like I've ever seen him in your thing. Yeah, different. You got to drive different cars or trucks every day, basically. So you ride with them to the spot they put their rafts in, and then you drive their cars to a parking lot and keep them there, or pick them up and drop them off. Oh, she's telling you. Okay, yeah, I'm one of her mods. That's funny. You're just a random. He's just scrolling through the lives. I do that. That's how I came across Saya. See ya. Came across her channel, and those eyes made me stop, and I had to stop. And then I got sucked in because the people are cool as shit. She's cool as shit. So here I am now. No, any Alofa Olomas mouse out there here? I don't know. I mean, I know Pacific Islanders, but that name would I don't know that name now. He drives semi. Oh, nice. My buddy Matt has a CDL, and he used to drive semis, but now he's driving those little rental containers that people store stuff in. Time is it? It's already 12:30. When are you planning on going on live? See ya. When are you going on live? I don't know how I always want to say see ya. Um, see ya is security on my stream. And we got Vaughn and Jason. And everybody else. Where's the rest of the peanut gallery? And then Silas is on here. I meet him. When's the best time to visit that? Well, depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you like skiing, snowboarding, snow machining, dog sledding, then you would want to come like in the winter. But if you like fishing, I like June and July. Like mid June to mid July is like prime time. You know, third week of July. You know, anywhere in June and July would be like are my favorite 2 months of the year, probably for fishing and outdoors and stuff like that. But it changes. Sometimes it's nicer at earlier June and late May. Some, oh, when to see Northern Lights? Late fall and early spring, like March, and I would say like November, December. And yeah, they show when they can, and it has to do with the solar flares. So if you can get when they know that solar flares are going to happen or whatever, if they know about a solar flare heading this way. I know a lot of people come up here in like February and stuff and go up to Fairbanks and a big thing for the things Japanese people, is to come up here and procreate under the northern lights. So they come up here and try to make babies. Yeah, snowmobiles up here would be a blast. Yeah, except you got to call them snow machines or people will laugh at you. We don't ride snowmobiles. They're not cars. They're machines, brah. They rip. So you gotta call them snow machines. Otherwise, they'll laugh. They'll be like, they'll know that you're not from Alaska. That's for sure. They'll be like, "What's a snow machine? We don't know. We don't have those things here. We got snow machines, no snowmobiles, just snow machines." I don't know why. It's just funny. Alaska's weird. I learned that coming up here in 2006 when I got here because I had grown up in Minnesota riding snowmobiles. Yeah, Alaskans are funny about little weird stuff sometimes. I mean, they'll just make fun of you, but you know, people call them snowmobiles. Alaskans call them snow machines. But if you saw a lot of the machines that people ride up here, they're definitely on another level than, especially when they got the long tracks and the big paddles and their tunnels. That's called a snowmaker, Jason. Snowmaker. Who's Xander? That's you. Who's Xander? What's Xander? Who's Xander? Is this another one of Cat's accounts? See, you think? Do you think that's one of Cat's? What's this? Yeah, I don't know who Xander is. It's just like a superhero or something, right? It's like, is that a comic book? Inflation is, well, we already have inflation on everything because it's shipped up here. But our the other day, I didn't look today. I should have looked. It was 4.59 a gallon the other day. Oh, you have an 800 Mountain Cat? So you like ditch pickles. You like Arctic Cat. Okay. I used to have a 1996 600 ZRT with triple pipes, and it had a carbon hood, and I had flex skis, and I had the belly, slide thing on the belly, the UMHP or whatever, the high molecular polymer plastic shit. 609 in California. You're only 50 cents more than me. That's crazy because California usually way more expensive for gas than like even Alaska. Yeah, mountain sleds are awesome. If I had my choice, I would get uh most likely a 800 Arctic or Polaris. Most likely uh what's the model called again? I used to have an SKS, but it's the other one. Rocky Mountain, yeah, RMK, duh. I'm like Rocky Mountain King because I had the Snow King special, but the Rocky Mountain King, the RMKs, that's what I like. Definitely a 7 or an 800, not the 900 because I know those are junk. Dr. Sexy One, as you know who. I think I'm gonna get off here pretty soon though. Need to eat some food. I'm hungry. Oh, right on. Thanks for subbing me, USO Vinny. Um, go check out some of my shorts. I'm gonna start doing some long form videos and stuff. I just gotta get the editing down. I have some recorded footage from ice fishing, and I just took some little clips and made some shorts out of it. But the goal is to start making some longer videos of just when we're out fishing, out doing just Alaska stuff, so people can see it, you know, and then eventually get to the point where people can suggest things to go do, and I can go do it and show them what it's like to do it up here. Save, helps people plan vacations too, because like Alaska, you don't know what to expect. You don't know. So then people buy into all that tourism stuff and they don't get to see the real Alaska, like the stuff you can just go do on your own. You don't need a guide. You don't need to, you know what I mean? You can just go do it on your own. So Google is no help. No, Google's all over the place. Google has information, but it has a lot of disinformation. So it'd be nice to just show people like places they can go fishing. Like if you came up here, you know what there's guys that come up here almost every summer and do it on a budget. And what they do is the trick is you can rent a U-Haul van for real cheap and use that with a couple sleeping pads and sleeping bags and use that like a camper and just get a little stove or something to have while you're here. Bring a little stove or buy one here, and you'll save so much money over renting like an RV or something. Yeah, I'm not in Canada. Eh? We're on the border though. But yeah, I could give people some really good tips on saving a ton of money when they come up here and where to go and what to do without having to pay people or guides or all that kind of stuff. Although that's probably wrong to take money away from the guides, but people need to know that they can come up here for fairly cheap. Doesn't have to cost them $5,000, $10,000 to come up here for a week. You could literally probably do it for $1,000 plus a plane ticket, or less. Surprised the A didn't make it to Alaska. Well, I can tell you this. I have family in northern Minnesota, and it's definitely there. It's across the border in northern Minnesota. Oh yeah, eh? That's how they talk. That's how my relatives talk like that. It's funny. Cool. So I think that's a good idea, Father Time, to have maybe do some, you know, a lot of the videos are stuff that people will be able to do on their own coming up here. Yeah, exactly. If more people can afford to come up here and not think it's going to cost, because I mean, if you come up here on a cruise ship or you do any of the princess cruises or the trains or anything, it gets expensive unless you want to specifically do those things. But if you want to come up here to like fish and just see cool stuff your first time, like you can come and do it on such a budget. Just rent a van. That's like one of the tricks people do. Or there's a lot of Verbo and stuff like that. People renting out their cars in the summer. Yeah, and to be honest, like the places where the bears you see them the most are usually places where they always show up every year, and there's lots of people around, and it's not a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? It's just when you get really into the bush, and interior, and then times a year too. If the mama's got cubs and stuff, you know. But I don't. For the longest time, I didn't even carry a gun around most of the time. You know, I only been bluff charged once on the Kenai River when we pulled our raft up and the two little baby bears had come out, and so then I tried to push the raft out and jump in, and we were stuck kind of in an eddy because my friend was sitting on my oar, and she was trying to pull out her gun. It was Karen, as a matter of fact. Karen was trying to pull her gun out of a backpack, which it shouldn't have been in the backpack. What good is it in there? But sitting on my oar, so I couldn't get one of my oars in the water to like push off and catch the current. And the mama bear come flying out of the woods into the water, but she stayed like 3, 4 feet off the front of the raft and just stood there with her hair up. And Karen lifted her butt a little bit, and my oar got in the water, and I just pushed really hard, and it caught the current and pulled us away real fast. But that was pretty. That was kind of scary there for about a couple seconds. I knew as soon as I saw those babies, though, that Mama was gonna come out of them woods. I've never seen any UFOs. They were always just planes or something. I think me, Vaughn, because we have the base, so we have a lot of like jets and Blackhawks and the other type of helicopters they fly on top of like a lot of private little super cubs and cubs, those little planes, little float planes and different things. So I don't know. Tell us a romantic story. American Gangster. Cat? Is that Cat? Who's that? I don't have any romantic stories to tell. Not at this point in my life right now. I'm not. I'm not Cat. I swear. Right. You're like a kid getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar, bro. You're like, I'm not taking a cookie. It's not me. I didn't do it. Sound like my kids sometimes. I didn't do it. All three of them didn't do it, but I know one of them had to have done it because it wasn't me. Oh shit. Maybe as I get more comfortable on here, I could tell a lot of stories. Like that bear story, I could have told it so much better because it was pretty crazy, like the whole situation. But it was funny afterwards. Yeah, bush planes. Yeah, bush planes. There's probably a half dozen bush planes within a half a mile of me, maybe a mile. Because first of all, there's all these lakes right around me. So then all the lakes have most of the people that live on lakes have float planes, or at least a good chunk of them. And then there's actual little float plane airports, so that if they have their wheels on instead of the floats, or they have the little floats with the wheels too, or the skis with the wheels and stuff. So they're always flying, especially come next month. They're gonna be flying over all day, all the time. Yeah, it could have went bad real quick with the mama bear. She was a first year mama too. She wasn't even that big. I'd say she was under 400 pounds, 350, 300 pounds maybe. She was a grizzly, but she wasn't a. It's kind of weird. Like grizzlies and brown bears are the same, but not. But they also are in the same areas and overlap too. Like she definitely looked more like a grizzly, where she had the bigger head and the way her hair was versus the longer. Brown bears, they spend most of their time eating salmon, so they're used to swimming around in the water. They seem to have a longer neck and head, so they can dip their head down in, catch salmon easier. But it doesn't mean that the grizzlies don't cruise the shorelines and pick up fish and do a little bit of fishing on their own too. But like when you see them, the difference they're definitely different. And she was a grizzly, so she was a little smaller and stockier. Moose are scary. Like I've been within a few feet. Like I'll walk out my garage man door over here, and they'll be like sitting right. Like I have a willow tree that's right out here. That I chopped half of it down. I got to chop the rest of it down. But it's willow, a big willow tree too. For willow, it's like this big around, like the actual base. Like it's a tree. But they love willows. Like that's their favorite food. So they'll come through here in the winter and eat off anything they can reach off of there and hang out. And they come around Halloween to eat all your pumpkins. They love pumpkins after Halloween. Um, and I've walked right out this door and had them like right there, like we both scared each other as I opened the door, you know. And then I've had them come um, right to my front door and eat the pumpkins right off the porch. So I got pictures of me, like, you know, I could almost open my door and pet them on the head if I wanted to, but I don't think they'd be cool with that. It's like they know the neighborhoods, they get used to being around people, kind of, but still they don't like it too if you get too close or if their ears go back and their hair goes up, you leave them alone. It's not worth getting stomped to death. I had some woods behind my old house and I saw like six calves out there. And so I wanted to go like maybe the first couple, 3, 4 years I'd been in Alaska. And I wanted to get a picture. I was like, man, I've never seen that many moose all together in one spot like that. And it was six calves. None of them had or six, not calves, six females, and there was no cows with them. That's what it was. So six females. So I get out there and I'm like taking pictures, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I could see this big thing step out from behind a tree, and it was a big, big ass bull. And this was in the fall time, so I should have known better. I still was new up here. I didn't really. And those were his six ladies because he was uh, definitely had four brow ties. He was over 50 inches. He was probably about as close to 60 or so. Um, so he was even illegal size moose, but I wasn't hunting at the time, so I wasn't thinking about it. But yeah, he stepped out and I was like, there was nothing between me and him. And he's like started grunting kind of and put his head down. And so I had to like run behind a tree. I kind of moved slowly behind the first tree, but then I would run from tree to tree to get out of there because I wanted to make sure that if he's charging straight at me, something's in between us. That way, as I could jump this way or that way, and he would go. You know what I mean? Like he can't go through the tree. You know what I mean? I mean, hopefully not, but so I had to like maneuver my way the fuck out of there because that was stupid. Learn my lesson. He was not. He was grunting. He was getting pissed, and when he started dropping his head down and stomping his foot and shit, it's like, nope, nope. I'm not trying to challenge you, dude. Yeah, little black bears. Yeah, nice. Three little black bears. I haven't had bears around here, but I think compared like Anchorage gets a lot of bears, but Wasilla doesn't. And it kind of has to do with where you are located to the mountains if you'll get a lot of bears, because anywhere backed up against the mountains, that's where they migrate up and down from, especially from hibernation, and then early spring they'll be following the snowpack up as it melts because they're hoping for dead like mountain goats or anything that might have got killed in the avalanche or the what I mean, falling through the snow. So like when the snow melts, especially avalanche shoots on mountains, the bears will hang out around there and find carcasses from sheep and goats and different things that set off the avalanche. So Um, but at my house, no, I don't see any bears. I don't think I'm far enough away from the base of the mountains over here that they don't really get this far. They have had them around, kind of, but not very often. It's very rare. I see them more down at the fishing holes that I fish at than around here, like 10, 15 minutes away. Andy, see one bear from Australia. A drop bear? Koala bear? Big and fast. Yes, they are big and fast. You can't outrun a bear, dude. A bear will go like 40, 50 miles an hour or something like that, like in a short burst. but they also have stamina. I've seen bears hunting caribou and they will just they'll run at a slow pace, just enough behind because they can smell it. So they don't need to see it. And they'll just keep that caribou running until it gets tired, man. There's a really good video that's on, I think it might be on YouTube, of a bear that just wore a caribou out. Like it was a grizzly and he did not stop until he finally closed that gap and caught him. So it's pretty crazy. So I think it would be nuts to kill a bear with a bow, like a big brown bear. Like imagine that. Like you hit him with the bow and he just looks at you like you just pissed him off. Cat. Cat, cat, cat. Yeah. The funniest thing is I think the chillest bears are the ones on the river that are fishing because there's enough for everybody and like they're not hungry. Um, you know what I mean? If they come in to fish a hole and you're fishing there and they don't back off, just let them fish the hole and move. That's all I say. Let them have it. I've watched down on the Kenai, the females figured out what they can do is they can come out to a good spot where people are fishing and the cubs will stay kind of in the woods and they'll come out of the woods onto you know, the the bend or wherever people are fishing and basically run the people out of there because the people ain't messing with them, they back off and then they'll go back to the woods and bring their cubs out. And then the cubs can pick up people's a lot of times people are fishing and leave their fish sitting on the bank on a stringer, which is you're not supposed to, but they do. So then they can come out and steal their fish. Yeah, a grizz can outrun a quarter horse for sure. You know, and they'll do that. Like they'll run, and if they're determined, they'll just keep running until that caribou or whatever gets just tired. You know what I mean? And they'll do that to moose too, especially cows that have calves, because then the calf will get worn out, and the mom can't really do much to protect the calf. You know, and that's when a moose that calf is like grizzly's favorite food. They love moose. As soon as you kill a moose, that smell in the air, you got to worry about getting all your meat out of there before they come to, or hang it up in a tree so they can't get to it or something. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna cut this short. Well, actually long because I was only gonna go maybe half hour to an hour just to kind of get used to it. But of course, I can talk and talk, so it went for a while. But I'm gonna get off of this live, and I think Sia's gonna go live too. Thanks, thanks, Sia. And in the future, I'll start trying to have some things you know, some different lives. Right now I'm just getting used to the whole thing. So you guys all have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming. If you like the content or like watching me ramble on, go ahead and like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys showing up. Have a good night.